r/AskReddit by Reddify. You are given an unlimited amount of budget to create a movie/TV series. What would it be about? Becoming a billionaire, the inspiring true story of how one man changed his life by abusing a mini-series budget. Disclaimer: not my original idea. I think it was from a Tumblr screenshot that made the internet rounds. The Price is Right spin-off with only filthy rich, totally out of touch rich people as contestants. Bill Gates seems pretty down to earth for a billionaire, and he did poorly when he played a version of it on Ellen. I want to see some Waltons or Rothschilds or the Koch brothers try to guess how much a bottle of Tide costs. Flat earthers trying to find edge of the world. Edit. Thanks for silver. If you are enjoying the video, please give a thumbs up and leave a comment. Join my Discord server, link in the description. A gritty Scandinavian cop thing about a dinosaur found dead on the moon. Nice try. Studio guy with writer's block. Netflix anthology series based on the SCP Foundation. A Star Wars series set in the Old Republic. Close-up shots of animals with a wide-angle lens. A sitcom about the Julio-Claudian dynasty with big budget sets and historically accurate costuming/props/everything. But the whole thing is a comedy. Everyone still dies when they need to, but they stick around as ghosts who run commentary on the plot and annoy the living. We'd also have Suetonius and Tacitus as narrators, and they would routinely fight over how things actually happened. It would start with Augustus, roughly around the time Claudius did, and end with Vespasian ascending to the throne. He then grabs a broom and chases all the ghosts back to Hades. I'd love to do one of those detective shows where the main character has a weird quirk like Monk or Psych or Castle or The Mentalist or Numbers, where the quirk is that the main character thinks he is in a cop show, but everyone thinks he's crazy. I know who did it. It's this guy. How do you know that? He's the only one with speaking lines. The other guys are clearly extras. Seriously. Ask one a question. What is your name? Nothing. Silence. See. Besides, I'm pretty sure that's Michael Ironsides. Who? Big name actor. Plays a lot of bad guys. We can't arrest someone because they look like movie bad guys. Why not? Fine. We'll do the detective work. But I swear to you, the guy we're looking for is being played by Michael Ironsides. If you see him, heck. If you see anyone from Total Recall, bring them in. And so he and a retired detective brought back to babysit him, and a female cop he always refers to as a love interest, have to take the whole episode to prove the real truth. And if he's ever wrong, he just shouts plot twist and gets excited about how he didn't see it coming. I had a really dumb idea for a short TV series, about 2 to 5 minutes per episode, called Previously On. You know how there are those summaries of what has been going on in previous episodes at the start of every episode in some series to help people remember what is going? Well, the entire series is just that. Quick cuts to summarize what has been going on. I just think it would be a weird funny show that you could do a lot of ridiculous stuff with. The adventures of a dog who can travel through time to any point in the past or future. But it's just a regular golden retriever who has no idea what is going on. So every episode is just a standalone episode in that time period that just happens to have this dog in it doing the usual dog things. And nobody really pays attention to it. And at the end of the episode, the dog has absolutely no bearing on what happened in the episode. And it just poofs out of existence to appear somewhere else in history for the next episode. And it's all narrated by Morgan Freeman. The adventures of the time-traveling dog who did nothing particularly noteworthy. Something with pirates. I have always been fascinated by pirates. And there isn't much good pirate film or TV. It's pretty damn expensive to make with the big ships and all. A HBO series that follows in depth the fall of the Incan Empire because of Pizarro. Show it from the Spanish angle and also from the Incan. It would be fascinating. Given the HBO treatment. WWZ done right. The Dark Tower done right. The Silmarillion. Brian Lumley's Necroscope Saga. Stephen King's Dark Tower. A run-of-the-mill sitcom or drama that gets a season or two and then takes a sharp left turn and takes turns into an apocalyptic / end of the world type show. drop bread quaterds throughout the first few seasons, then all of a sudden it completely shifts gears. Imagine instead of The Office or Modern Family, and instead of riding out the last few seasons on its reputation, it turns into pandemic scenario. CSI Ankh-Morpork, a series documenting Terry Pratchett's Night Watch adventures. There was a talk of doing something like this, but nothing seems to be happening yet. Regardless, they could benefit from unlimited budget. A 100% by the book Harry Potter series. Brandon Sanderson's Cosmere. A TV series about a tech company prepping for Mars. Office-like, but with Elon Musk. It'll be about a guy who is randomly given an unlimited amount of budget to make a movie/TV series and going nuts over it. A zombie plague set in the Middle Ages. I'm not talking fantasy/Game of Thrones stuff. I'm talking alternate timeline medieval Europe. The Black Death arrives, but it turns the people it kills into zombies, and obviously anybody they bite. Zombies are all over the place in the media, but the alternate history aspect is what makes the idea so compelling to me. How would a medieval society fare in the zombie apocalypse? There would be less scientific knowledge and more religious superstition. Technology would be much more primitive, but people would generally be more experienced in hunting/gathering/farming and building shelter/weapons. Cities would be fortified and better equipped to defend against hordes. Armored knights slaying zombies would be pretty sweet to watch. I imagine you could build a pretty cool world out of it and create different series set in different regions of the world, showing how various kingdoms dealt with the plague, ideally tied into different historical events. The Crusades maybe? Edit. I guess I need to watch Kingdom on Netflix. I did expect this idea to be done somewhere, but not exactly as I described. Full Ring World. The Time War from Doctor Who. I want a realistic D&D series of actual people playing and going in between real and fake with insane animation. Edit. This got a lot of feedback I wasn't expecting from an offhand comment. Bonus is I have a lot of stuff to watch now. Edit 2. This thing I was thinking of when I thought of this was Acquisitions Incorporated. I watched their entire Pax Live series and loved it all. Gotta be a live action Warhammer 40k film or HBO series. Almost every character would need to be CGI or animatronic, and there really is no practical filming locations, so the budget would be astronomical. But the scale and stories in that universe are really second to none, and it would be amazing to see portrayed. A sitcom set in a Martian city, shot on location. I'd fund a Netflix series centered around the adventures of the night bus from Harry Potter. It'd be part adventure show, part travel show, and part deeper exploration of international and historical wizarding world lore show. It'd be like a high-budget Doctor Who, with stronger character development and far more fantastical visuals. It would maybe also be comparable to Supernatural, but less cheesy and more gritty and Mad Maximum-like. 1984, as I imagined it the first time I read the book. Kind of 70s U architecture. Dilapidated buildings. A true blend of old England. 70s England in the tougher parts of the Soviet bloc. I'd want to stay true to the text down to every small detail. Bring back Firefly, Terra Nova, and Flash Forward. Restarting Agent Carter. Peggy Carter deserved more. Eragon/The Inheritance series. So much potential for a good TV show movie, and all we got was that garbage movie with John Malkovich. I'd just do Worm as a TV show. A violent, scary, realistic take on superheroes with Game of Thrones production values. Featuring everything from white supremacists, to superpowered serial killers, to gigantic battles with world-ending, unkillable beasts, to, the worst of all of them, high school bullies, all starring a minor villain who controls bugs. Could probably do 4 or 5 arcs a season, or have one longer season ending with the Leviathan arc. Would do a huge search for talent. Cast basically unknown, but talented leads for it. Could probably do the whole thing in 9 or 10 seasons. An anthology of lesser known theaters of World War II. Story arcs would cover 2 or 3 hour-long episodes, and would include things like the Romanian troops in the Caucasus, Yugoslavian partisans, Polish resistance, the invasion of Iran, the various Chinese warlords involved in the war with Japan, etc. All these things are amazing stories. but basically not covered at all in the USA. It'd give World War Z the treatment it always deserved, as an episodic series depicting everything from the book.